The coronavirus pandemic has claimed the lives of some 503,000 people around the globe to date. Over a quarter of those deaths are Americans. This comes as more than 30 states are reporting a rise in new infections and as more communities loosen restrictions and reopen their doors for business. But some state leaders are now having to rethink their plans or cancel them altogether to battle this summer surge. We'll talk with a healthcare leader shortly. In the day's other news, Chief Justice John Roberts joined the Supreme Court's 4 more liberal justices in striking down a Louisiana law that placed restrictions on doctors who perform abortions. We'll take a closer look at that decision after the news summary. The High Court also made it easier for President Trump to remove the head of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, but it separately declined to block federal executions that are scheduled to begin next month. Stocks soared today on Wall Street and recovered half of their losses from last week after a healthier than expected report on the housing market. The Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed 580 points to close at nearly 25,596. The Nasdaq rose 117 points and the S&P 500 added 44. The White House briefed select members of Congress today amid reports that Russia offered bounties to Taliban-linked militants for killing American troops in Afghanistan. The alleged bounties were initially reported by the New York Times, citing intelligence officials. President Trump denied being briefed on the subject and said that he was told the intelligence wasn't considered credible. We'll have more on this later in the program. Meanwhile, in Afghanistan today, an attack at a busy market killed at least 23 people. A car bomb and mortar shells rocked southern Helmand province, leaving children among the dead and injured. Both the Taliban and the Afghan military blamed each other for the attack. Back in this country, the so-called Golden State Killer pled guilty today to 13 counts of first-degree murder. 74-year-old Joseph DeAngelo is accused of killing at least 13 people and raping scores more across California in the 1970s and 80s. He was arrested in 2018. The former police officer appeared in a wheelchair for his hearing in Sacramento. He'll be spared the death penalty, but will serve life in prison without parole. The 4 former police officers charged in the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis were back in court today. The judge threatened to move their trials out of the city if attorneys and local officials do not stop speaking publicly about the case. Separately, lawmakers in Mississippi voted on Sunday to remove the Confederate symbol from their state flag. Their governor is expected to sign the bill soon. 4 militants attacked the Pakistan Stock Exchange in Karachi today, killing at least 3 people. They stormed the compound armed with grenades and guns to try to take hostages. Security forces killed them before they could enter the offices where employees took shelter.
The law enforcement agencies, the police and the rangers played a very, very vital role in combating this attack. And alhamdulillah, the stock exchange, the financial hub of the Pakistan was saved.
Separate insurgents from the southwestern province of Baluchistan later claimed responsibility. And Iran has issued arrest warrants for President Trump and 35 others linked to the drone strike that killed its top general, Qasem Soleimani, in January. Tehran's chief prosecutor also asked the International Criminal Police Organization, Interpol, to help, but it refused. Brian Hook, who was the U.S. Special Representative for Iran, dismissed Tehran's move as a propaganda stunt. Still to come on the NewsHour, the Supreme Court strikes down a Louisiana law restricting abortion providers. A Russian military unit reportedly offers Taliban fighters money to kill U.S. soldiers. The UK ambassador to the U.S. discusses Russia, COVID, and travel bans, plus much more.
This is the PBS NewsHour from WETA Studios in Washington and in the West from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State University.